What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about Hogwarts Legacy being delayed on the PS4 and Xbox One. You know, I thought we'd be done with this considering the game had come out for PS5, Series S and X, and PC, but they just announced this tweet: "We're overwhelmed with gratitude for the response to Hogwarts Legacy from fans around the globe. The team is working hard to deliver the best possible experience on all platforms, and we need more time to do this. Hogwarts Legacy will launch for PS4 and Xbox One on May 5th, 2023. So here's the deal. It's maybe a more complicated situation with how I'm going to express this. I get doing it. As we always say with game delays, it's better to delay the game. That way, obviously, you can get a better one. If the game comes out in April 4th, when it was supposed to, maybe it's a broken mess, and that really serves, nobody. The delay itself is kind of whatever. It's a month. I get that it's still a big deal, and I'm not trying to discount that at all. You also can see from the response on Twitter, people are not happy. But I would say this further shows the issue here with the multiple console thing. So if I were to take issue with one specific thing here and say this is the problem, I'd actually say the idea, and this could be so much of a hot take, but I've been actually saying it for a while, the idea that you need to release these games on all these consoles clearly is hurting games. Like, I don't even think it's an argument. I think early on it was kind of controversial to say that out loud. I think as the last, say, year and a half has gone on, I think that's the popular opinion. So I really don't even think it's that much of a hot take. I think that's kind of the popular opinion. Games are coming out on too many platforms, and that sounds so weird, but basically this mindset to have the game release everywhere, and yes, I understand you'd be leaving PS4 and Xbox One players behind. And I'm also, by the way, not saying you cancel it, because they ultimately, all these companies, they do it to themselves. If you announce that a game is coming out on these platforms, you deliver, as far as I'm concerned. I think it was atrocious. Gotham Knights did it, where they announced it on PS4 and Xbox One, and they canceled those versions. I don't think that's a good move at all. EA has done it for Need for Speed. There's actually been several games besides just those two, so I'm not saying cancel, Hogwarts Legacy on PS4, Xbox One. Firstly, that's a couple million of sales, right? You'd be leaving those people behind. I think the only thing that would make those people more mad than a delay, let's say, is by canceling it. But at the same time, again, I think it just illustrates the issue that we are past the time in this generation to be doing this. We're long past it. Really, the first year was really the only year, and then now you're starting to see the effects as time goes on. Honestly, I don't know how Hogwarts is going to perform on these consoles. To be flat out honest with you, it's going to be really interesting because there are actually still some unfinished things in Hogwarts Legacy on the next gen and PC. When I say unfinished things, I guess I just mean there's still some issues. There's still bug fixes that needs to happen. There's the loading time, which I'm not saying I expect zero loading time, but there is loading time. So I guess I'm interested to see how long are we going to be standing at certain doors on the PS4, or Xbox One version, or do they kind of condense the world itself to make it run faster? Same thing with the Switch. Again, like, the Switch is going to give it a couple million units. Great for them. They're going to make a boatload of money. Is this game going to set the Switch on fire? Like, I really don't even know how it's going to work on the Switch. And that's kind of where I've been at for a while. So, again, the 1 month delay isn't so much of a big deal because it's a 1 month delay, but because you were supposed to launch them all together. That was the idea. Then you had those people wait for it for another 2 months after the game came out. So already you've upset some people. Now you're delaying it again another month, so you've upset them even more. But on top of that, it's still the issue that, you promised it. So under my rules, at least, I think you should deliver it. But at the same time, you probably shouldn't have promised it at all. Now, I know it was announced technically before the PS5 and Series S and X even came out, right? It was announced in September of 2020. Those consoles came out in November. So I get it. When you announce it, those consoles aren't even out yet. To announce that they're only on that console may scare people off. You're maybe going to reduce your sales, whatever. But bottom line is, this game sold through the roof. I think you could call it in a way with what you've sold already on the consoles already. Wait for people to get those consoles, whatever. But again, they're going for as many people as possible. And that has its pros and cons. So this, I would say, is not a great thing. But again, this is just another issue, not even necessarily their problem. It is theirs, but it's also the gaming industry's problem where making it on 6, 7 different platforms, it slows them down. We've heard from developers before, they don't exactly, not necessarily them, Avalanche, but we've heard from other developers, it's not easy. They don't love it. It hurts different systems, right? Because you kind of have to pick and choose. It's not really a good strategy whatsoever, but it's kind of all on them because they don't want to let go of the PS4 and Xbox One era. And that should end probably like second half of this year. We shouldn't really have this problem after 2023 in general for sure. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.